Welcome back. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification next to it, you'll be notified of any uploads we do. Today we're just going to go around, hook up the trailer, and Tina's off into the woods to cut up some firewood. It's a bit too boggy for me to get out and help, so I'll be sitting in the car and I'm going to plug in the icarsoft diagnostic tool, see if it shows any faults on the transmission, which somebody suggested in the comments to plug in the diagnostics and see if there's any. I mean, there's no faults flashing up on the dashboard. But the diagnostics might show something, so we're just going to come around here, go through all this quagmire. It's got pretty grotty out here as well. It's just not stop raining, that's the trouble. See if we get the old traction control working. We're going through the slimy shit. We're not going where the steering wheel's pointing, that's for sure. Come on. Very good. You don't really want to see us putting a trailer on, so I'll just switch off until we get round the corner. So while Tina's working outside, I've got both the dogs in the back. They're a pair of bloody wimps. I'm going to plug in the icarsoft. I'll tell you what it is in a minute, if I can get the zip undone. It's the icarsoft multi-system car diagnostic tool, Land Rover version 2. So this does Jaguar and Land Rover. Plus, it also does the OBD2 on almost any other car. I've got a Conway VAG something number for the Audi. That was bloody useless, basically. It tells you there's a fault. It won't read the codes properly. You can clear the codes with it. But at the end of the day, that was 25 quid off eBay. This was a bit dear. This was about £100 off eBay. I've managed to plug this into the Audi with the OBD2, and that comes up with a fault that it's got, which is overboost, turbo overboost, which apparently on Volkswagen Audis is quite common because it's got the old variable vane turbos on it, which also she got the chainsaw stuck. I won't say anything. Anyway, the diagnostic port is down here. There's a little cubby hole. Oh, she's got it undone. No trouble is, because I don't use it very often. I've only plugged this into the car once, just to check it when we first got it. But down here, just above the bonnet pole, is a diagnostic port. So I shall plug it in. I'll probably get it the wrong way round for a start. I have to open the door to do this. Right, that's plugged in. It's not touchscreen, you have to use the arrow buttons and stuff. If I can hang that on the steering wheel, I'll bring you over here and show you what it's doing. So I believe I'm going to have to switch the ignition on. Diagnostics, enter. Land Rover. There's only one, so that's going to have to be what it is. Let me put my glasses on. Oh Christ, these have got filthy. Right, Range Rover, enter. We're on 2002. Smart scan. System scanning. It's 30 systems it's scanning. It's going through them all. All the ABS lights just come on, so it's done something there. We're up to 18 out of 30. I don't know if you might be able to see this. No fault found. No fault found. Right, so let's go back. Are you sure you want to exit into manual? See if I can find gearbox. So transfer box. So that's not showing anything on the transmission side of it. Wasn't really expecting it to, unless there was a fault code had been stored in the thing. I'll switch this off and unplug it. There was a few fault codes stored in the thing, but they could have been ancient codes, you know. I've cleared them. When we get back home, I'll plug it in again and we'll try it again. So yeah, nothing's come up regarding the transmission side of things. I'm not sure if anything would come up if the torque converter was about to fail, because that's not a part that's a mechanical part. It's not electronically controlled. I don't think. They never used to be. But it's obviously a mechanical part, so it's spinning around on the back of the flywheel. So it was worth a try plugging this in. Perhaps if I went to Land Rover and plugged it, had them plug it in, they might be able to find something out. But nonetheless, we've given it a whirl. So I think what we're going to do is, as I said in the previous video, I'm going to service the gearbox next week when we get home, just to prolong the gearbox. I think we have decided we're going to get rid of the car. You know, I've had a few comments, well, you know, you take into account depreciation on what you've got money to plough back into a car. If I spend another £3 on this just for the gearbox, there's other things that are going to be worn out. You know the diffs are going to be old. I mean, it's not done that many miles, 132,000, but the car is old and worn out, really. I hate to say it. But yeah, so the old icarsoft is a handy little gadget. It's not a lot of money. I don't know how much you can get things for plugging the laptop in, like the Land Rover software. I'm not sure. I've not even looked into that. So I was looking at all makes of 4x4 the other day, and Tina said, why did you get the Range Rover in the first place? And I said, well, it's because I really like Range Rovers. You know, there's just something about them when you're driving them. I'm not being a snob or anything, but it gives you that feeling of sort of class, and it, unless you've driven a Range Rover, you don't really know what I'm talking about. But the driving position, you're looking above everybody else. The way that it drives, it just wafts along, and it's, although this is very underpowered for the size of it, so they're only about 170 horsepower, and that's when they were new. It still motors along, but you know, obviously a TD V8 would be very nice. I have seen some. I was looking at others, you know, Mitsubishi Pajeros and that, but when you sit in them, and Toyota Hilux, I thought, well, one of them might be nice. Crew, you know, the double cab pickup, with you get a body on the back of it, but you sit in it and it's just plastic, and they don't feel, to me, you know, they don't feel sort of solid. I know Range Rovers have their problems and this, that and the other, and reliability, but when we've got the new workshop done, which hopefully will be this year, because we need to get the floor concrete in the workshop so that we can move stuff out of the house, because when we move over, I've got a shitload of tools to bring, you know, things like hydraulic press, bloody great MIG welder, you know, metal cutting bandsaw, and big pillar drills, all that kind of tools. And I've got my toolbox with all my bits, you know, spanners and shit. That's all got to go in the workshop, but we need to concrete the floor first. I think we're definitely going to be getting a 2-post lift that'll lift, you know, 4 ton. So the next vehicle we're going to get is either going to be, I think I've made my mind up, it's going to be a Range Rover TD V8. It's either going to be a 3.6, one of the very later ones with as low mileage and as much guarantee on it as possible, or we're going to look out for possibly one of the 4.4 TD V8s, you know, just a little over 300 horsepower, 8-speed gearbox, and it will be a car that we're going to try and keep for a long time. We'll service it regularly. It's like we'll probably change the oils in all the axles and everything, do a gearbox service every year, just to keep on top of things. And because if you can do it yourself, it doesn't cost a lot of money. As I've shown in previous videos, keeping this on the road, it's just, this gearbox is just too much. Someone suggested I change it myself. I probably would have done had I not been in the wheelchair. Tina's a bloody good help, but hang on a minute, I just got to call the dogs. Ludo, where are you going? Come back here, mate. Bloody dog's running off. I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, this next car we're going to buy, we'll probably put a little bit more money into it, because we would have sold the other house, so the budget will be a little bit higher. Tina did say spend a bit more and get something decent. But yeah, that's right, changing the gearbox. Although Tina can do pretty much most jobs on the car with me, it's a big old gearbox. I don't want to be lying on my back on the floor doing it. Tina's not that strong. Well, she's strong, but not lifting gearboxes strong, and I'm probably not anymore. And so fixing it myself, if the workshop was done and we got the 2-post lift, possibly, but I think we've both decided this car's too old to be messing about with now. So we'll try and get the gearbox to last for a couple of months until the house sale's gone through, and then we'll probably get rid of this and the Audi and just have one decent car. And then if the business takes off or Tina gets a part-time job, she wants a little run around, and I think she's got a heart set on a little 2CV van. I think they're called Acadian, something like that. Anyway, it's a little 2CV van, so I think we'll be going to get one of them and have it all signed, written up with a business name on the side. So that's that. So yeah, that's just a little update for today. Yeah, that diagnostic didn't throw any light on the transmission. Whether a Land Rover thing would do or not, I don't know. No fault codes have flashed up on the thing for the gearbox. So people have suggested it is the torque converter, the lockup on it, that's playing about, which sort of rings true from what it's doing. I don't think it's the actual gearbox itself, but obviously when the torque converter fails and bits go flying everywhere, that's what knackers the gearboxes up. Hopefully we'll catch it before then, get it serviced, and just prolong it for a couple of months, and then we'll have to go shopping. So that's it for this video. We'll catch you in the next one. So from me and Tina out there doing all the graft, it's bye for now.